Alright, we are live, love. Alrighty, just want to make sure everybody can hear me. Welcome to another Raw Real Review with your boy Shef and my lovely assistant, Miss M. Today, we will be reacting to the Marvel Studios Celebrates the Movies trailer, man. And this was a big enough trailer for everybody in our Discord community. Everybody voted and got us all to react to this video, and it was a really good trailer. It honestly could have been a movie, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Marvel, they just have this magic touch. You know what I'm saying? They have this magic touch. Zaylen, I see you in the chat. What's going on, my guy? Marvel seems to have this magic touch when it comes to just, you know, anything they touch or like put out. So this is awesome. And I know we're behind the curve as far as getting to this video. I know everybody has been already talking about this video, but we kind of work on our own time, all right? Sorry we're a little late. As you guys know, we're taking a lot of reaction requests, so we're really trying to just fill them all in inside of our schedule until Loki comes out, which is, I believe, June 9th. And then we'll be on somewhat of a consistent schedule as far as the reactions. But until then, you guys continue to send reaction requests inside the Discord. And we will keep these reactions going strong. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning into all the reactions, man. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love to see it, love to see it. You good, Zaylen, you good. But yeah, man, like I was saying earlier, man, Marvel has really been killing it with content. And we've just been excited, you know, this whole journey. We've been just excited to be able to just cover greatness and just history in the making, you know. And Marvel, they never just they never cease to like surprise us, man. They always step it up. I don't know how they do it, honestly. I don't know how they continue to do it. But the magic within that studio is just amazing. Amazing, as I must say. Anthony says, hi, what's going on, Anthony? How you doing, man? Long time no here, long time no here. We'll get into this trailer reaction here shortly. I just want to make sure everybody gets here. I try not to say my piece until everybody's here, because a lot of people have been requesting this reaction in particular. So, yeah, man. For you guys that don't know, I'm the biggest Marvel head in the world. Ever since a kid, man, I've always just loved the story. I don't know what like made me connect to it as a kid, but I just seen, you know, my first favorite Marvel hero I would have to go with is definitely hands down Wolverine. Wolverine and the Hulk, those were my two favorites growing up. And I played like the X-Men video games. Like, I'm like, look, don't get it confused. Do not get it confused. I'm not one of these guys that's just jumping on the bandwagon saying, like, yo, I want to react to, you know, the Marvel stuff because it's trendy and it gets views. Nah, I've been a Marvel kid since the start. I'm the Marvel OG, okay? So I don't want to hear none of that. You know, people, I've been getting not a lot of messages, but I've seen a lot of messages, you know, saying, oh, Chef, you're just doing this because you want the clout. Look, man, I'm already famous, you know what I'm saying, within my community, and that's all that cares, okay? So that's all that matters. Anthony says, Willie, when Namor debuts in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, do you want him to be a villain or anti-hero in the MCU as a fan? Woo! Anthony, you got the reaction video started off real good with a fantastic, phenomenal question. Honestly, I kind of want him to be an anti-hero. And for those people that don't know that are watching the stream right now, Namor is like the equivalent of, what's his name? Aquaman. So he's pretty much the Marvel's version of Aquaman. I don't know who came first. Who cares? We don't care who did it first. We care about who did it the best. But I want him to come in as an anti-hero. I don't want him to come in as a, you know, just, I'm the bad guy, you know, this is my land. And Marvel, I ain't gonna lie, man. Lately, they've been doing a really good job at, you know, with these villains. And like Marvel is aware and they know what's going on. That's why I really love Marvel, man, because they're just so aware and what is going on within like real life. Like they hear what people are saying about the movies, and they hear what people are saying about the problems with their movies, and not only are they fixing it, they doubling down and like making you really feel it. You know what I'm saying? They really making you feel this stuff, man. Because if you look at the villains in like say like the first Iron Man, right? You know, nobody cared that he died. Like let's be real, he was an asshole. He had to come. You know, like most people watching the movie couldn't really relate to I forgot his name, but he was Tony Stark's mentor, you know, or whatever. Ever since his parents died, head of the company CEO. I forgot his name. But a villain like that, nobody cared when he died, you know. Versus, you know, when Killmonger dies, or you know Loki, for instance. Like people really love these characters, even though they're the quote unquote bad guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really glad that Marvel has really took the time to like really craft their villains like really well. I think that's been like a really good like sticking point with Marvel thus far. Even more than their heroes sometimes. Anthony says, Willie, what I hope happens is Marvel makes a stink name more is the villain for Black Panther 2, but we find out the movie Doctor that's a good theory. That is a good theory, Anthony. Anthony's got some good theories as far as the Marvel future and Black Panther, Wakanda Forever to start it off. But how you doing, Miss M? How's it going for you?
I'm doing good. I'm excited. This chat's already lit. A bunch of questions, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, yes. This has been a reaction video that a lot of people have been asking for a while. So I'm glad that we definitely are able to knock this out. So starting off with the trailer, since we hopping right into it. When I first seen it, I was like, wow. How do they make a trailer about trailers and make it really good? That was my first initial thought. Like, how do you make, like, this was amazing. And we had a discussion prior before going live. You know, Marvel is really smart at, you know, being aware of what's going on, you know, with the surroundings and with the real world and stuff like that. And to hear Stan Lee at the beginning just, I'm not a big crier, you know what I'm saying? I haven't cried in a long time, but just hearing Stan's voice, man, I ain't gonna lie, it made me tear up a little bit. It made me, you know, the waterworks started, you know, they started working a little bit, but then they went back away. But man, just first hearing his voice and just, oh my God, that was just amazing. Like just hearing his voice. I didn't even care what he said. I just hearing his voice like really made me feel good. Like, what about you? Like when you?
I mean, I think any Marvel fan, you know his voice. You've seen him in the movies. You know, he was a loved figure, even though he wasn't like a star. He was kind of his own Avenger in a way.
He really was.
You know, he's like the father of the Avengers. You know. It was really good. I love the way that they did it. I'm kind of curious as to when they recorded that. Like, had they known that they were going to do this for a very long time? I mean, he died, what, a year, 2 ago now?
Yeah.
And I wonder how long they've had it.
Yeah, I believe he passed away before Avengers Endgame came out. So I don't even know if he got to see it, but, you know, Stan lives. Stan lives, obviously. And, you know, this was just, like, really, really great. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just wonderful.
I really loved what he had to say too. Like the messaging. I mean, it's like I said, it's his voice is the first thing you hear, and then you hear what he really has to say, and it's like, you know, this man's your brother, she's your sister. We're all part of like one universe. It's like we were talking about it before the stream. That it's just Marvel's doing such a good job at being very aware of what's going on in the world and making sure that translates into their shows. They did it a lot with Black Falcon, the Winter Soldier. Yeah. You know, and they're doing it. They did it with this trailer as well. So I love that they're so aware of, you know, what's going on in the world and all of that. So,
yeah.
The writing, it's always good.
And then they hit us with the Chadwick. Oh my God.
Oh.
You know, not just
Iron Man, him hugging Spider-Man.
Marvel.
That was
Marvel, how can you release a trailer that's about trailers and have us in tears and moving like this? That's what I'm saying. Like, they know what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They know exactly what they're doing. Anthony says in the chat, Willie, I'm gonna have a huge prediction for Eternals. Okay.
Ooh.
Their big surprise is they're gonna debate I said debut. They're gonna debut Apocalypse in the movie because he's the oldest mutant in the world from Marvel.
Oh.
Ooh, that's a good prediction. That's a good prediction. And for people that don't know, Apocalypse is he's more in the X-Men realm of things. So that could happen, honestly. And I'm gonna tell you guys what movie I'm mostly excited about. As far as the list of movies we got, but let's go ahead and just break this thing on, I guess, scene by scene. So.
No, I was just saying before we get to that, what did you think of the fan movie when they're in, like, the end of Endgame, how it's the movie theater reaction? And
yeah.
Obviously, they had to ask for permission to use that. And
yeah.
Technically, it's illegal because you're recording a movie within the movie theater.
Yeah.
But it was I think it was really impactful.
It was a moment.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, when I went to go see Avengers Endgame in theater, when that exact scene happened, just like how they showed in the trailer. So the scene that she's talking about is the scene when Captain America yells, "Avengers, assemble!" And when that happened in the theater that I was in, oh my God, the crowd went crazy, man. Even I went crazy. I was like, let's go! And in the theaters, it was really a moment. You know what I'm saying? You had to be in theaters. I'm sorry that you weren't in the theaters watching, but you had to be in the theater in that moment when that happened, man. It was like the most magical thing that's ever happened in my life. Oh my God, it was so amazing. And like the fact that Marvel included it, because I just love that Marvel just really knows how to connect with their audience. You know what I'm saying? Like you just said, they're using clips from a movie theater. Yeah. If that was me, I would have been like, yo, Marvel, you know what I'm saying? You want to add a, hashtag, where you got that from? That's just, but who knows? Maybe Marvel gave them some, some of that Disney cheddar, that Mickey, Mickey cut a deal. Was like, hey, bro, we need that footage, so sign this. We'll, pay. We all know how Marvel works, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, just from beginning to end, like this was just great. And I will say one thing, because y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know I hate to be one-sided on things. Like, I am sick and tired of seeing Black Widow trailers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I am so tired. Like, I need to see the movie. Like, before Black Widow comes out, I don't want to see no more trailers, because I feel like they've shown us all they really can show us, about this movie. And this movie was supposed to come out like last year, I think. Yeah. But, COVID messed everything up. And for one, it's not, like, if you watch Black Widow, it's kind of like a movie that takes place, like, after Captain America Civil War. So that's what the timeline is for that movie. It back. Yeah, so, like, the average Marvel fan, if they're watching Black Widow, they probably won't understand it. Well, we don't know how the movie starts. But as far as, like, chronological order, the movies that are supposed to follow is... I want to say it's Shang-Chi, and then it's, what's after that?
Spider-Man, I believe.
Spider-Man. I know, actually, Eternals before that.
Oh, I thought you said movie, that's why.
Yeah. So, no, Eternals is a movie.
Why did I think it was a show? That's my fault.
Yeah, it's a movie. But yeah, I'm just tired of Black Widow. I'm just ready to see it. Like, I'm hoping it's a good movie. I think it's gonna be good. I'm not saying it's gonna be bad, but I'm just tired of seeing trailers. I mean, because we've been seeing trailers for almost 2 years now. So, I'm just tired of seeing the Black Widow stuff, and I'm ready to see the movie. But the first movie they showed, it was Black Widow.
It was Black Widow.
It was Black Widow. Second movie.
It's gonna be Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. Well, we haven't even seen the trailer yet.
I've seen pieces of it, different pieces of it. I'm not 100% familiar with the story enough to be super interested in it, but it looked cool. It's got my interest, even though I don't know the story. But do you know the backstory for this?
I have no idea what the hell Shang-Chi is or what it's about. And honestly, man, as a Marvel fan, for me, like, it's kind of like I've grown to want to kind of keep it that way with, like, certain franchises. So, like, going back right now, I'm looking at this. What is it? Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10,000 Rings or whatever. I have no idea what it's about. Maybe somebody in the chat, you guys know what it's about. But I'm just glad to see it, because I trust Marvel. That's how you know a brand has, like, really, like, got you. Yeah. You don't even know what the hell they're talking about, but you're like, take my money. Just take my money, because I trust you.
You're right.
Like, look at Marvel and, like, figure out how to build a brand and that brand trust and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
It's interesting that you say that, because with DC movies, I'm like, I look at them skeptically.
I'm like Justice League.
Like Justice League, or even the new Batmans we were looking at. And I'm like, I
You're a big Batman fan.
I love Batman. I love the Christopher Nolan Batmans, but I mean, I was just like, maybe it'll be good. We'll see.
Yeah.
But for Marvel, it's like I don't even know what this one's about, and I'm like, all right, let's go watch it. Let's go. We gotta go.
Shang-Chi. Take our money.
Because they just don't disappoint, you know?
Anthony says, will I have another prediction for Black Panther Wakanda Forever? That's where they're going to start setting up the Illuminati for the MCU. Do you guys agree with me in this prediction? Ooh. Bro, I'm going to keep it real with you, Anthony. I don't know what they're going to do with Black Panther, man. Wakanda Forever. And we're skipping ahead a little bit, but...
They did unveil the new title in this, which is really cool.
Yeah, and I mentioned Chadwick said the title of the next movie, which makes it
even
R.I.P. to Chadwick Boseman. R.I.P. to Chadwick Boseman. Anthony also says Shang-Chi is a martial artist with magical powers. When I looked at some of the trailer, he's heavily influenced by the Bruce Lee movies. I figured that as well. We still haven't got a chance to watch the trailer yet. But like I said, I trust Marvel. Take my money. Look, we trust you. All right. Yeah, Shang-Chi. They showed some I keep saying Shang-Chi. They showed some Shang-Chi footage. And it looks good. It looks really good. Anything you want to add to that before we move to what? What else they showed? Well, this is Eternals, right?
This is Eternals and the wedding that's coming up in this, which is a big deal too. But no, Shang-Chi it looked really interesting. It looked, all the graphics and all of that, the fighting scenes, it all looked really good. It did remind me of Bruce Lee a lot, so I'm glad that Anthony said that too. But I'm excited for it. I'm glad that they're, branching out as far as cultures, bringing in the Asian culture. And Marvel doesn't disappoint. So I'm excited for it, even though I don't know much of the backstory. I will do my research and learn more about it. But I'm excited for it regardless of everything I don't know about it.
I think it gives you more excitement, even like if you just look at it and then do your research after, in a weird way. I don't know. So the next movie that they showed,
Eternals.
Man, Eternals, and we're watching Shang-Chi right now. We're not even on Eternals yet, but I'm not gonna lie. Eternals is probably one of the most movies that I'm like really, like, and I'm trying not to cuss, but I am really excited for Eternals. And here's why. I have no idea what the Eternals is about. But
really,
this movie is, I guess, supposed to be like way before everything happened. You know what I'm saying? Everything. It's really supposed to like lay the seeds of like why the heroes are the hero. Like it's supposed to like go back in time and like just really set the whole MCU up and like, have us understand like, because Thanos is technically an Eternal,
Right.
So, man, I'm excited about this movie because it's like, I have no idea what to expect. No idea. And it looks good. It's got so much hype behind it. I heard they got the director that just won an Oscar or something for some movie. But I'm really excited about this movie just because I have little known information about this movie. I don't know any of the characters. I don't know anything. You know what I'm saying? So Eternals is one of the movies I'm really looking forward to it, and because it's coming out this year too. So that's a big part of it. But anything you got to share about Eternals?
I mean, they have Angelina Jolie looking like a badass with a sword. That's kind of like the main image that you've seen for this, even for this trailer is the main one. But I mean, it looks good. It looks like they have a good amount of stars in that movie too. Now that you kind of explained it a little more too, that helped me understand it. I'm even more excited for it because you know me, I love backstories.
Yeah.
I love knowing like how things came to be, especially like with the Marvel universe. All of a sudden, Iron Man popped up one day and we all just kind of went with it from there.
Yeah.
So to actually figure it out and understand where it all began, that's exciting. I can see why you're so excited for it now.
Yeah. Anthony says the show he's most excited for is Moon Knight. Yeah, Moon Knight, they got, I think they casted Oscar Isaac as the lead role. And I'm a big fan of Oscar Isaac, so I'm really excited for that as well. So as far as the next movie they showed in the trailer, they didn't even show anything, but it's just the movie that's supposed to come out after Eternals. It's Spider-Man. That's going to be a big-ass movie. I'm not going to lie. I'm, like, really excited about that. Like, we've been hearing rumors this whole year if like all the Spider-Mans go show up. Is it gonna be a multiverse thing? You know, all this other stuff, and I'm just ready to like see the movie because like we can theorize and like speculate all day on what's gonna happen in the movie, but I'm really excited that this is like finally gonna come out. It's gonna answer our questions, and like I'm really stoked about Spider-Man No Way Home, the third Spider-Man for Tom Holland. And they say third time's a charm, so we'll see. We will see.
Is Tom Holland your favorite Spider-Man? I'm curious.
I gotta keep it real.
Hmm.
I think I love Tom Holland, but I think I kind of have a bias towards Toby.
Why?
I think I have a bias towards Toby only because he's the first Spider-Man I seen.
Oh. Okay.
And I was kind of a kid, growing up, with that Spider-Man, and like that first Spider-Man is a classic. Like I love that Green Goblin. William Dafoe played a fucking absolutely great fucking Green Goblin, I think. And I just love Toby, and I'm gonna give a prediction now. I hope Toby don't show up in this third movie and kill him, because y'all might actually see some tears roll down my eyes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Toby's my favorite. I actually think Tom is doing like a really fucking great job. Like there's nothing against Tom at all. But I just love Toby. I love me some Tobey Maguire, man.
It's that initial one.
Yeah, and that dance in Spider-Man 3 that everybody was talking about he was doing. I thought it was funny. Like I just thought, I love Toby.
That movie came out today. He'd probably have his own viral moment like Zemo.
He would. Dancing Toby. He'd be dancing Toby.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything you got to share about Spider-Man?
I'm excited for it too. Like you said, they've been talking about it for a very long time, and I think it's gonna tie in a lot of different things. It's supposed to tie in like with Doctor Strange, with WandaVision.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I hate predictions and all of that, but I'm wondering if possibly they'll throw in Venom. Only because we just reviewed it. I'm like, I wonder if they could throw like a trailer or not a trailer. What do they call it? Post-credit scene at the end that maybe hints at a Venom. Crossover, like you mentioned with all the Spider-Mans coming together.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
I know. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And Venom is also coming out, but that's not a part of the MCU. Yeah. And we kind of touched on that in the Venom. I say Venom. We touched on that in the Venom trailer reaction. So if y'all guys want some more Spider-Man Venom talk, go back and watch that trailer reaction. Anthony says there's actually predictions that Dane Whitman, the Black Knight from Eternals, is possibly going to be the new leader for the next Avengers themes. Do you guys like this or not really? Anthony, I heard that this guy's from Game of Thrones, and I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I just didn't want to give into the hype. I kind of stayed away from that. So I mean, I'm hearing he's a pretty big actor.
Yeah,
he's a pretty big actor. So, I mean, if he's a big actor, then it wouldn't surprise me if Marvel went the direction as far as, like, making him the main new guy. Like I said, I have little knowledge about the Eternals. I just want to see what it's about. I just really want to get into the movie and see it from there. And if he's, like, the guy to lead the job, I don't think I don't know. Like I said, I don't know nothing at all about the Eternals, so... We just gotta wait and see, honestly. We gotta wait and see.
It's kind of nice going into it with a clean slate.
It really is. It really is.
In all honesty, Marvel, to my knowledge, I don't know, tell me if you feel the same way, Marvel hasn't done a bad job at casting people. I don't think I've seen one where it was like, bad. I don't see him as Captain America, or I don't see him as, the Hulk, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know this actor enough. Like I said, I didn't watch Game of Thrones either. That wasn't really my thing. But they haven't done us wrong yet. So until we see him, and if that does happen, he must have been the right guy for the job,
Yeah.
Because look at us. You know what? The only one I was kind of doubting was oh god, I can't think of his name right now. John Walker from.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I did doubt him, and he was my favorite character.
Right, he ended up being your favorite one. So Marvel knows something. They see something in these casting calls and whatnot else that we obviously don't see. So I don't know. We can't doubt him yet, but I'm looking forward to that one too.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. Anthony says, would you rather see the Thunderbolts first or the Dark Avengers first? Because I would rather see the Dark Avengers than the Thunderbolts. Honestly, I think they're not gonna do anything. I don't think they're gonna do anything Avengers related until they get all this stuff
introduced.
So I think we will see a Thunderbolts first versus anything Avengers, whether it's Avengers 5 or Dark Avengers, anything. I don't think they're going to use that word for a minute until we know who's who, you know? So that's what I think about that.
I'm curious, Anthony, why do you want to see Dark Avengers first?
Yeah, let us know in the chat. So the next movie rolling down the list, releasing March 25th, and everybody is hyped about this movie, man. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, man. Everybody's ready for this movie. Like, I wish we could just fast forward to this date so we could just see this movie and just really understand what the hell is going on. I know it's gonna be crazy as hell. I know it's gonna be crazy. You know, WandaVision is tying directly into this. So I'm really excited to just see like what all this stuff's about and like just what's the new who like I'm ready. And whenever this trailer come out, you already know we gonna be hot on it. So and any other of these trailers, we gonna be hot on them. So yeah, I'm ready for Doctor Strange. They didn't really show any clips, I don't think. So but everybody's hyped for it.
Same. You know what makes me even more excited for this one is the fact that they just released all of those not behind the scenes, but like cut footage of how Doctor Strange was supposed to be in WandaVision, with all the commercials and stuff.
Yeah.
It just made me want to watch it even more because I feel like that series was good and it would have made even more sense had he been in it. Had his parts actually came through, but because of the pandemic, they got cut. Yeah. I think it would have answered a few more questions at least, and we wouldn't be sitting here like, damn, it's not until 2022 that we get to see it. But I'm probably most excited for that one, just because I know what it's about and I know what it's gonna hopefully answer. But
and I also wish Marvel would like give us explainers, because there's a guy we follow by the name of Emergency Awesome, and he pretty much like he knows his stuff.
He breaks his
like
shit down.
He really knows his stuff, like. And he kind of fills us in on information that we don't get, but I kind of do wish Marvel like would address like some of this. I mean, maybe they're gonna make up for it, in Doctor Strange. All the stuff that they left out in WandaVision. Maybe they're gonna make up for it. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true.
We don't know. So next movie is Thor: Love and Thunder, May 6th, 2022. I'm excited about this movie honestly because I love Thor Ragnarok. I know you haven't seen the other Thor movies, but you say you like Ragnarok.
Ragnarok was hilarious.
Yeah.
I loved it. The other Thor movies, I tried to watch them. I haven't seen them all the way through.
Yeah, they're pretty tough.
But they're a little boring to me. They weren't the typical like jokes and all of that.
Yeah, no jokes.
It wasn't the Thor we've come to love.
Yes, it was a clip. That's why I think Taika Waititi, whatever his name is, I think he did a really great job. Just changing the whole series. Letting Chris Hemsworth like just be like Chris Hemsworth, you know, and not just I'm Thor, the God of Thunder. Not like let him have a personality. Like I'm really excited about that, and they have your boy Christian Bale in here as well.
I know.
For Thor,
so I'm more excited.
Oh man, it's gonna be a crazy movie. I'm looking forward to that. Anything else you want to add to that?
I'm excited for that one. Like I said, I love Ragnarok. I love his personality with like Rocket. I hope they get some kind of crossover. Like I don't know. You think like. What other stars do you think are going to come out in Thor Ragnarok?
I think Thor 4, Love and Thunder. I think they're going to have. I think all these next movies, they're not going to be single character driven. You know what I'm saying? I think they're going to have hella fucking characters because you got to think about the Marvel Universe. There's so many characters that they haven't introduced yet. So, they can only give one person solo movies like how they did back in the day with Iron Man, Captain America, and like Thor and stuff. Like. Now that this is a thing, they have more characters and just like so many different people they can introduce. So I really think in like all the movies going forward, like we're not gonna see just one character introduced in movies. We're gonna see at least like 2, 3, or 4, in each movie. Or you're gonna see each movie bring somebody from somewhere else, So, which is great. So before we go on, I want to address Anthony's chat. He says. I prefer the Dark Avengers team over Thunderbolts in the comics. I was never a fan of Thunderbolt Ross in the comics in general. That's why I prefer Dark Avengers.
That makes sense.
Got you. Anthony also says, do you think Beta Ray Bill shows up? And who do you think plays him in Thor Love and Thunder? I think he does show up. Beta Ray Bill is pretty much, I can't even explain what he is, but he looks like a fucking, what do you call it? He looks like a horse with Thor's hat. And like a hammer.
Almost?
Yeah, he looks like a horse. and he's like his strongest Thor or whatever. I think he might show up. In this one because he was supposed to show up in Ragnarok, but I heard like issues happening, whatever. As far as who plays him, I don't know because that's kind of one of those characters where he's like a horse, you know. So do you get like a real horse to come and play the character, or do you CGI him and then you have like a character behind his voice or whatever? So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who plays him. I have no idea up until now. But moving on to the surprise title that we didn't know we was gonna get. Oh my God, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, man. Oh my God, that is such an amazing title, and like the way that the movie just showed up on the screen was just like so magical, and like Anthony was saying earlier, as far as Namor showing up, he might show up because Namor is like a Black Panther villain per se.
Okay.
He's just like Aquaman. Same powers, talks to dolphins and goldfish, all this stuff. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know where they're going with this story, man. I do not know where they're gonna go. Seeing how Rest in Paradise Chadwick passed away last year, I don't know where they're gonna go. They already said they're not gonna recast T'Challa, so
you kind of can't.
Man, I really don't know where they're gonna go with this, but I trust Ryan Coogler. He's been doing this thing out here for the last few years. But man, this is probably one of the most anticipated movies too.
It has to be because he passed away, and you're like, what are they gonna do with it?
Nobody knows where this is going, So I think this is the most like movie people will like really wondering like, what are they gonna do? Because like I said, how Eternals is like, I have no idea what's going on. This movie. Black Panther, Wakanda, Black Panther. Hope it's not a Black Panther. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I have no idea where they're going with this. Yeah. So I'm really low-key stoked and excited for this, especially seeing how the first one came out. So
just knowing how Marvel works and the way that they plan these movies 2, 3, 4 years into the future, and they probably have the storylines planned out a lot longer than that. Yeah. I'm kind of curious to see what they do with this because they were forced to really pivot. They obviously they didn't expect Chadwick passing away when he did. Nobody did, but I'm sure they had an original story already written out for what they wanted to see with Black Panther, and now they're having to figure out a whole new storyline. So that's what makes me most excited for that one. Yeah,
I don't even know how they pick up the pieces with this movie. That's why I said it's like nobody has any information on like where this is going like at all. So I'm really excited about that. So the next title that they revealed that was like a shocker, like was the Marvels, right? So I just want to say this, right? Since this title has came out, I haven't seen anybody covering this at all. Yeah. But this is like big news. This is like completely like, what the hell? Like, Because it went from Captain Marvel 2, and like for you guys that don't know, they're also shooting a Miss Marvel show that's slated to come out this year. Who knows? We hope so, because they give us more content. But to see that they changed the name to the Marvels and not like not Captain Marvel 2, like that implies to me that whatever this show had, like what's going on with this show, the Marvels. I mean not the Marvels, but Miss Marvel. All this stuff is gonna tie into like a big like movie, and we also know Monica Rambeau is gonna show up in this movie too.
I was gonna say they're gonna have to bring her in too,
yeah.
Right?
So we got Monica Rambeau, and we got Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel. You know what I'm saying? In this movie, as far as we know so far, so like this is another movie where I'm like. What the hell? Like, I have no idea what's gonna go on in this movie. Like, I have, like, and that, like, you gotta give it up for Marvel, man. You really gotta give it up. We gotta clap for Marvel. Because how these studios, like, develop all this stuff when we have no idea what's going on is amazing. I love it. With the internet and, like, people everywhere with camera phones and all this stuff, and, like, we have no idea stuff like this is, like, you gotta give it up to Marvel, man. So, like, I'm excited for the Marvels. Let me see, when does it drop? November 11th, 2022. So, it's still a while away. But, man, that was a shocker. I didn't expect that. I mean, we knew it was coming out, but I didn't expect, like, the name change or none of that stuff. But, anything you want to share from Marvels?
So, the Marvels wasn't a series in the comic books? I'm just curious. I know nothing about it.
I don't know. Let us know in the chat if that was a series in the comics book. But, I said comics book. But, like I said, I have no idea. This is another series movie. Like I had no idea. You know.
This one interests me only because I didn't mind the first Marvel movie with Brie Larson. It was okay. It
Yeah.
wasn't great to me.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't one of my favorites. But then I really liked Monica Rambeau's character. I wanted to see her more in WandaVision. So I'm excited for her to be in that. And then I know there's the third one, Miss Marvel, that's going to be added to it too. So it's a lot of girl power. It's a lot of female empowerment. I hope that's the way that they kind of go with that. So
Yeah.
it's an exciting one, but it's also one that you're like you said, what the hell are they going to do with that?
Yeah.
you know. So I'm excited for that one.
Next movie. Actually, before we get to the next movie, let me address. Anthony says, because he's having issues with DC and Warner Brothers, I wouldn't be surprised if Henry Cavill shows up. My superhero for him will be Hyperion or Sentry, and for the villain Magneto. Man, if Marvel did that, man, that'd be a boss move. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Everybody loves him as Superman. They would steal
Oh
the
my
hell out
god!
of DC's
If
thunder.
look, I'm making a bold prediction right now, and I hope this happens, right? If Marvel snatched up Henry Cavill, right, and just made him the big bad, like, super villain for Marvel, oh my god, that would be some, man. DC.
Damn.
DC would fucking corrupt and burn, like, oh my, like, in flames. Like, they would be so mad. But at the same time, they've been ignoring Henry Cavill and, like, the whole fucking, like that's a whole different, like, subject. So, hey, Marvel's watching. Marvel watches everything, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, let's make this happen. Let's bring Henry Cavill to the Marvel universe, you know what I'm saying? So, Anthony says the Marvels is a series in the comics, just not as well known as Captain Marvel. Okay, appreciate you letting us all know that.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. So, next movie, February 17th, 2023, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. So we really don't know much about this movie, other than I know the villain is going to be Kang the Conqueror, and I guess he's like a time travel villain. So that's pretty huge news because people were speculating that Kang the Conqueror is going to be like the next like Thanos type villain, you know.
I was gonna say if he time travels, that kind of pulls in Doctor Strange, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. So we don't know too much about that. You know, did you enjoy the Ant-Mans?
I did. I really
series?
like. Oh my god, I can't think of his name right now. Main character plays Ant-Man.
What is his
Paul
name?
Rudd. Thank you.
Paul Rudd.
Jesus.
Paul, thanks.
I really love his character. He's just funny naturally to me in these movies, and I really like her character too. And they did a really good job developing the story. I loved even the smaller characters.
The side characters.
Yeah, Ti is one of them, and then I can't think of the Mexican guy who's in everything else. He was in Crash and all of those. I like those characters. So even the smaller characters were good in that movie, and I hope they bring them back for this one too. But I love the Ant-Man movies. Surprisingly,
Yeah.
they were one of my better surprises for Marvel.
I thought they were different from like the main movies, which is cool, like in their own way. And I really liked how they've been doing this franchise so far. And we just gotta look forward to what they give us for this third one. You know, hopefully it's not the last. Anthony says, if Marvel's able to do that, and referring to the whole Henry Cavill thing we were talking about, that would be a big middle finger to DC from both Kevin Feige and Henry Cavill. Look, DC. Well, I can't even say it's DC, but Warner Brothers. Listen to the fans. Listen to the fans. What do you think Marvel does? Listen to their fans. Like, it's idiotic to me that the fans of, you know, the comic book series want something, but then movie studios like, nah, we want to try this different idea. Like, are you idiots? Like, how? Like, you don't understand there's a disconnect going on between, I don't understand, like, Warner Brothers and like their DC audience. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But
and then you have Marvel that's like, you love Zemo? Here's dancing
right,
Zemo for an hour.
We'll post it. Yeah.
Like,
what do you want?
And it went viral because you gave the fans what they want.
Come on,
you know?
Come on, Warner Brothers. Come on. Next movie that we're gonna move to. This is one of your favorite movies from the Marvel Studios. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3, May 5th, 2023. Like I said, we didn't see any footage, but you know, we got official logo and titling and stuff like that. I'm curious, man. This movie's coming out in 2023. This is what I'm really curious about this movie. what the hell? Like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 came out in what, 2017 maybe? You know? So this is like a big window of like what the hell has been going on with the Guardians for this amount of time, you know? Cause think 2023, May 5th, 2023. You know, I'm hoping that we see the Guardians like before then or something like that. But this is a long ass time we going without Guardians, you know what I'm saying?
It was 2017. Yeah,
Jesus
right.
Christ. How many years is that? 6? 7? Yeah, 6.
6 years, yeah.
Like,
I mean, we did see them.
yeah, we see them in Avengers and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's one, like I said, it was one of my favorites. I
Yeah.
would love to see more of Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's, yeah, I just hope. I mean, I trust Marvel and I know what they're doing, but it's like, I feel like this should have had a sequel, you know, earlier. 2023?
Felt a long
the
time
Guardians?
in between. But I mean, they built such a huge fan base just on the Guardians fans alone. I mean, people are gonna come back to watch it. They know that.
Yeah, they know that.
It's been a long time. It's been way too long.
Man.
I'm so excited for whatever songs. Their soundtracks are my favorite just because they always pull the old songs.
Yeah.
I love seeing, you know, all the new generations like, oh my god, I love that song. That song's been around for so long. But Guardians makes it cool, you know? So I can't wait to see what the soundtrack is for this too, or what songs that they pull for this movie.
Anthony says they actually took off T.I. from Ant-Man Quantumanium because I heard about that. That blows. That blows. I like T.I.'s character. I think he was funny.
He was.
You know.
It's a PR, yeah.
Yeah, just a PR scare. But yeah, I'm excited for Guardians, but I just hate this, like, cause I think that's the end of the trailer, right?
Yeah.
As far as we know. And at the end we see the Fantastic Four like symbol. So Marvel is just letting us know that they're always working. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not over. And even when this trailer comes out, like, I'm pretty sure, I 100% guarantee, because like, y'all notice how we seen all these, you know, previews for the movies, right? Mm-hmm. They didn't say nothing about the shows that's gonna drop in between like all those times, you know. So we're gonna get a lot of content, like, you know, just flooded like really soon. You know what I'm saying? And this is a trailer to celebrate the movies and help us get back into, you know, going into the movies after this, you know, crazy year that we had with COVID and stuff like that. And it's just really exciting that they've like, you know, been handling this stuff like this whole time. Like, you know, they didn't even take a break. They didn't go on vacation and was like, all right, we had a good run with Endgame, you know, like, let's
end it there.
You know, let's take a 5-year break and see if we can come back to it. They say, hell no! Mm-hmm. We keeping the train going, baby. We're not stopping. So, like, as a Marvel fan, you gotta be thankful and like grateful for that. And man, I'm just excited, you know, just like I'm more excited for the stuff that they didn't show.
Right.
You know, because like it's so much stuff, like I said, that we don't even know about and they probably don't even know about, but they're probably like, hey, let's do this, you know. And we're hearing so many ideas for like shows and concepts and stuff like that. So it's just really exciting just to really see like the full slate that they have like in store. Like they're showing us, look, you know, for the next 2 years, we got y'all. You know what I'm saying? So that's really great to see. Even though it seems so far away, it doesn't seem that far away because we got these shows and other stuff coming out. So, man, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I don't know how they make a trailer for trailers and make it phenomenal. Like, Marvel is, like, doing their job. Warner Brothers, catch up. Get your series. Like, the fans, listen to your fans. Yeah. Literally, listen to your fans. That's all you got to do. So, I'm just excited, man, and thank Marvel for this trailer, and I can't wait till, you know, we get more. We definitely gotta watch the Shang-Chi trailer. We still haven't watched the Shang-Chi trailer, but yeah, I think that wraps out the trailer. Anything else you want to add?
No, I was curious. Do you think that they knew they were gonna do all these shows and series before COVID, or do you think that COVID was like the perfect time, let's try to introduce it? I mean, I think, what do you think? I'm just curious.
Let us know in the chat. What do you guys think? Do you think they planned all this stuff? Because I'm sure what I think. I think they did. I think COVID just shifted a lot of things. I think COVID, you know, I think technically we were supposed to get like we were supposed to get Falcon and Winter Soldier last year and WandaVision like last year, you know.
Okay.
So they were gonna roll these shows out and stuff on Disney Plus. I think they just really adjusted, you know, with everything that they're doing. So I still think it would have happened. We probably would have seen a lot of movies, you know, earlier, you know, but like I said, COVID happened and it like took the whole world like, you know, off track. So I think they were planning all this and they just adjusted to COVID pretty much. So
That's interesting. It's like the perfect timing for it.
yeah,
Can you imagine?
man.
You know.
Can you imagine if Avengers Endgame was supposed to come out the year of COVID? Oh my God. Can y'all imagine that?
You would have felt like me. You didn't get that movie moment.
Oh. I can't imagine that feeling. I can't imagine it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a tough one.
Oh. But man, let us know what you guys' favorite movie that's coming up as far as the trailer. What movie are you guys looking forward to seeing the most? I'm gonna leave off with my movie I'm looking forward to seeing the most. I probably said it earlier, but I'm gonna say it again. And it's Miss M. She'll let you guys know what movie she's looking forward to. Pretty sure I know what it is. But the movie that they showed in this trailer that I'm really like looking forward to, and I'm just gonna like lose my mind when I see it. Drum roll, please. You want to take a wild guess before I say what it
I'm
is?
gonna say Eternals.
Nope.
Ah.
Doctor Strange.
Okay.
In the Multiverse of Madness. I cannot wait for that movie to come out. Oh my God. Oh my God. Man, the hype behind that movie is like so unreal. And I just cannot wait. Like, I'm gonna like have such a jolly good old time at the movie theaters that day. Y'all know what I'm talking about for, you know, the people that know what I'm talking about. It's gonna be so oh my God. That's gonna be an event. Like, that's gonna be, I can't wait for that movie to come out. Like, just man, I can't.
At least 3 or 4 times.
Whew, man, I cannot wait for that, man.
Mm-mm-mm.
But what's your movie?
Initially, it was Black Panther, just because, you know, you don't know, and the whole Chadwick situation. That was why I wanted to see it. I was just curious, you know, what they were going to do.
Yeah.
But now that I know what Eternals is about, I'm excited for Eternals. I'm a huge backstory person. I want to know, like, the details and the story behind the story. So Eternals is actually really exciting for me now. That's my favorite one.
You guys let us know what movies you guys are stoked and excited for in the chat. Anthony says, Willie, what's your realistic predictions for the next superhero team, like the Illuminati, the Midnight Suns, the next Avengers team in the MCU? I don't know, man. It's honestly hard for me to predict what the new Avengers team is gonna look like, just because, man, we have so many characters, you know.
Yeah.
When the Avengers team first started, who do we have? We had Iron Man. We only had Captain America. We had the Hulk and Thor. You know,
Rhodey,
those.
but he wasn't really an Avenger yet.
Yeah, and we had Hawkeye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. we had Black Widow.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
she was an Avenger too. Don't want to forget, you know, the other Avengers.
Yeah.
But by the time we get the next Avengers movie, we're gonna have been introduced to so many characters. You know what I'm saying? And like that Avengers Assemble scene and Avengers Endgame, that showed you how many people are considered Avengers. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
true.
everybody running on the field, like fighting, like those are Avengers. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I don't know how they're gonna do this next Avengers movie. That was a great question, Anthony. I honestly have no idea, because whoever leads this Avengers team is gonna be like, they have to be like, you know, just like really, like they gotta check all the boxes. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Because technically, Tony Stark didn't even lead the Avengers.
It was like a co-lead with
Yeah.
him and Captain America.
Yeah. So like I don't know. Like I really don't know who's gonna lead this next team, to be honest with you. But great question, Anthony. You said you're excited for both Blade and Moon Knight, but you kind of wish they made Blade a younger actor instead of Mahershala Ali, because you can get more movies out of the younger guy. Man, you know, I feel like we just heard that like recently. So out of all the movies that were mentioned in the trailer, right, there were a lot of movies that were missing. So Deadpool is now part of the MCU because of the Fox merger deal, right? So we don't know when Deadpool 3 is gonna come out. They didn't say nothing about that.
That's true.
They announced Blade at I forgot, I think it was Comic-Con. It was something. They announced Blade, I want to say like 2 years ago, but
Really?
You know, we see this trailer. That's what Anthony's talking about with Mahershala Ali.
No, I know, but I didn't know that they announced it 2 years ago. I mean, I know COVID happened.
Yeah. They announced Blade, but you know, we haven't heard any updates from Blade. So, and you're right. I feel like I don't know. I don't know where they're gonna go with this Blade stuff. You know, I'm hoping Wesley Snipes shows up for a cameo. You know, because he's the OG Blade to me. You know what I'm saying? He's the OG. You know, give him a cameo scene, like pay homage. You know what I'm saying? To Wesley. You know what I'm saying? But Mahershala Ali is a really great actor, and I think he's gonna do an amazing job with the role. So I'm not worried about it. Anthony also says my favorite moment from Avengers Endgame was when Captain America got to wield Thor's hammer. Man, I'm telling y'all, that was a moment, man. Like,
he was worthy.
That was a moment, and just to see that we about to relive all these moments, you know, going back to the theaters and seeing these movies, because like, you know, there was a point of time like during COVID where people were like saying like this is the death of like movie theaters,
right?
You know, and to me, like, you know, I shed a few tears on the inside because I love the movies. You know, there's no other feeling that can like replace the movies. You know, you can watch stuff at home, you can, you know, watch stuff on like Netflix and all that stuff, but to go in the theater with the sound and just like, oh my God, and I missed it so much, and I'm just grateful for it.
Yeah, movies like this you have to watch in the theaters.
Yeah,
just it doesn't do it justice. I mean, they're cool to watch at home.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't do it justice the way it does in the theaters, and I feel like Marvel did the right thing here with releasing such a huge trailer with all of their movies, all of their, you know, hype, and making you relive those moments, like in the beginning, you know, when we are Groot and him hugging Spider-Man, and you know, Black Panther saying Wakanda forever, like making you relive those moments, because most likely you saw those movies in the theaters. You remember how you felt seeing those, you know, you remember your Avengers moment, you know, in Endgame. So I think they did a great job, and I think it's a great strategy to get people to go back to the movies, you know, because we're even going to go back already.
Oh, yeah.
So
we're going tonight.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see you guys at the movies too. But, I mean, it's just genius. I mean, it plays well for them, and it's just, they're dominating everywhere, because then they have the streaming with all the shows, so they want you to watch the movies, and they want you to watch from home too, so.
They want you to go to the theaters and watch their movies, then come home and watch Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, and we will.
We're going to.
Yeah.
Just spend your time with us for the rest of your life. That's what's going on with Disney and Marvel. But yeah, man. Appreciate everybody that, you know, sent us this reaction inside of the Discord. If you're not a part of the Discord, join the Discord. Link in the description below. Send us your movie requests, your trailer requests, your reaction requests. We're gonna be doing a few more. You know, reactions and whatnot throughout the week up until Loki comes out, I believe June 9th? June 9th. So get your requests in, you know, limited time offer. Get your requests in, because after that we going hard on Loki, and then What If after that, and then whatever Marvel decides to drop and release, you know what I'm saying? So it's about to be a long ride. So we glad that y'all in tuned and rocking with us with these reaction and reviews. Anthony says, do you think logistically a crossover with Marvel and Star Wars can work? Or is... Man.
In all honesty, I think if they did that, it would save the Star Wars series. Because I feel like they've lost fans, especially with like Marvel, you know? That's kind of our generation's Star Wars. Yeah. Star Wars was big like in the 80s, you know? Like our parents' generation, or, you know, our older siblings, but I don't know. I think if they did do that, it would save it. I don't know how you would make that work, though. Yeah.
I'm going to say what I think about that. I think right now, the only way that could happen, a crossover, and if we were to see that crossover, will be inside of the What If series that Marvel is putting out. Because, you know, because let's think about it here, right? Disney owns Marvel and Star Wars. Right. At any given time, they could say, hey, let's try to cross promote. I mean, you see them using Marvel in the NBA.
Oh, you know, we did see that.
They're doing Marvel like mixed with everything. So for them not to like, you know, say, hey, let's do this with Star Wars, they know. I think they kind of know those are two like, you know, very big different audiences, you know. Yeah. And the fact that they're gonna start releasing more new Star Wars content along with new Marvel content. I think they're kind of like taking their time, like for something like that to happen.
Figure it out.
That's why I said the earliest that I think I will see that is if like a what if, what if Iron Man and what's his name, Darth Vader, like cross paths in the multiverse. Maybe, but that's the soonest I could ever see that happening. You know what I'm saying? But like full on just crossover, hell, I don't think that's gonna happen.
They'd have to, like you said, start dropping in like and what are they called, end credits and things like that to even hint at it. But I mean, if they haven't thought about it, they might be now just because the fans are talking about it. Yeah. They're at least.
I just think honestly, it's too much Marvel story to tell before they try to go into any other
The funny thing is,
like
they
franchises.
don't even need it.
They don't. That's what I'm saying. They don't.
Star Wars.
They don't.
Who would have thought, right?
Yeah. Anthony said, "What will be a marvelous equivalent to a pop culture relatable character like Leia from Star Wars for female fans?"
Like Leia.
Yeah. Who can you think about?
It's not Black Widow. I mean, no offense.
No disrespect, Scarjo.
No, she's just a smaller female character as far as like the bigger personalities. I feel like Wanda has the potential because now she does.
Yeah.
She didn't before for me because it was just like, okay, you're kind of a meek character.
Side
you're
character.
there.
Yeah.
But then I feel like Marvel realized that the fans really liked her.
Yeah.
They wanted to see more of her. They gave her an entire show.
Mm-hmm.
She's the only female that got an entire show. Black Widow got one more movie, but she got an entire show.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to do like just a Wanda on her own movie and have that kind of do a spin-off, but I think she's kind of the only one at this point that I've seen that can be her own strong Leia type of character.
Yeah.
Leia had her buns, Scarlet Witch has her beautiful long red hair.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I think she could be the Leia of the series. What do you think? Do you have another prediction or?
She could, and only because right now I feel like as far as Marvel is related, MCU in like particular, I feel like they've had strong male roles for a while.
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of like the thing. So if it's not Wanda, it's gonna have to be somebody else that's like coming up amongst the ranks. So maybe Miss Marvel. She's like a younger. I don't know I think she's like a teenager or something. Yeah. So I think we're just gonna have to see more of that. I mean, we already seen the Wasp. Yeah. She's a female character. We got Gamora. She's a female character.
But all of them, the Wasp goes to Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Gamora goes to Star-Lord. It's like they are paired with male characters versus Wanda, who's on her own right now.
Yeah.
She had her brother, but they were like, we don't need him. You know?
Yeah, true.
So, unless the Miss Marvel characters, I mean, even Monica Rambeau doesn't have anybody, but she could turn out to be a big character.
She's good.
So.
I mean, Captain Marvel.
She's sorry, you knew this would be my reaction.
You're like, nah.
She's cool.
You're like, nah.
I mean, her casting was kind of interesting too. I mean, I like Brie Larson. I loved her in Room. And I liked her. Yeah. Nobody remembers her from 21 Jump Street, but she was in 21 Jump Street. She was Molly. And I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know that character enough to know what would be a good casting for it.
I just think the timing when Captain Marvel showed up, it was kind of like,
that's cool.
We don't care. Just give us Avengers. You know,
really?
like because her movie came right. Cause like okay, so there was Avengers: Infinity War, right? Mm-hmm. That movie ended, and then we got Captain Marvel. So it's like
everybody was still hyped from Infinity War.
Yeah, it's like, do we really care about Captain Marvel? Just give us, what's happening in the next Avengers, Yeah. So I think her placement and being introduced was kind of like, it was kind of like off a little bit, But hey, it's the MCU. We trust them to give us a backstory, listing on and on why that happened. And we probably did, and I just forgot. Anthony says, how about Shuri from Black Panther? Do you think she can cross over into pop culture or not really? I mean, depending on what they do with this next movie.
Yeah.
Honestly, because, in Black Panther, like, all respect given, she was his sister, his little sister.
Yeah.
And she was a tech girl that gave Black Panther his gadgets and, like, a suit, So she was like not the Alfred, but, she wasn't the main, character. She was good. I like her in the movie.
Me too.
So depending on how the second movie goes, I think we'll see.
It's interesting that he's asking that because Leia was Luke's sister. You know,
Yeah.
so it could, if they were gonna do a crossover, not a crossover, but like that type of comparison, it's an interesting one to do.
Yeah.
If they do make her a strong female character, maybe that's where the movie goes now. Now that he's gone, she avenges his death or something that happens in the movie.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
To take over.
Well, like we said earlier, I do think there's a strong female surge going on now within the Marvel universe. Like how you said with Wanda. Honestly, out of all the people that you said that you listed, I think Wanda has the most potential. You know, just because she's OP and powerful as fuck. So like that's honestly what I think. To answer your question, Anthony. But great question. Great question.
Thank you for all the questions, Anthony.
But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all rocking with us for this reaction. We'll be back next week with a reaction video. Not sure what that is yet, but join the Discord and you should know. All right. Thank you guys for all rocking with us for these reaction videos. We got the week. I appreciate everybody inside of the community, the Discord, everybody following us, watching us around the world. And man, I'm just excited to I don't even believe we're about to go to the movies. Like it's just it's been a while. It's been a while.
Last one we went to was drive-thru. So
oh my god.
Movies.
Yeah. So thank you, Marvel, for restoring this movie feeling that was lost, during the whole COVID-19 situation, and just giving us that feeling and giving us something to look forward to and going to the movies. I'm grateful for this. I know Miss Emmons grateful for this. Sims, my cat, he's grateful for this because he gets more home time by himself. And man, I'm excited. I can't wait. This is a great trailer. Like I said, I just can't wait till this stuff comes out so we can review it.
I know. I can't wait to see it in the theaters.
Woo! I'm stoked. I'm excited. So, you guys, let us know what videos you guys want us to react to next. Like I said earlier, link below in the description. Join the squad on Discord. We'll be taking reaction requests up until June 9th, until Loki comes out, and we'll go from there. We'll catch you guys next week with another reaction video. It's me, your boy Chef, and Miss M, and we out, y'all.